What's going on, guys? It is Wednesday, March 15th. This is Modern Dating Explanations. We are back with another one. I do apologize up front. This girl's way she speaks is a little hard to catch, so we're going to try our best to listen very, very closely. Before we jump into it, I do want to say once again, I highly appreciate the support. You guys have pushed me way over my target, way sooner than I thought I would be here. And I've got to give credit where it's due. So please continue to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you like what you see. Without further ado, let's get it.
It's so annoying. Like, I made a video when I was like all dolled up in that because I was like, yeah, you can't tell me, but even without makeup I still look fire. But
I gotta pause it right there because I truly miss those days when Kevin used to come on and asking women to rate themselves from 1 to 10, fresh face out the shower, can't use 7. I would have loved for this chick to appear on there and to tell us what does she rate herself, because if this is fire, as she says, never mind. I'm gonna be nice about it. We're gonna let it go.
TikTok deleted it, like, so we go again. I don't want this to be too long and I don't have the time to go through every single comment because trust me, there's a lot. These PassPort bros have a lot to say. Also, a lot of the comments were deleted out of sheer embarrassment, so there's also that. Starting off with an example of someone who actually knows me. This is my girl Kyla, aka Kai. Everybody say hi, Kai. She actually knew what was going on behind the scenes because I was like messaging her with like my funniest like comments of just like angry PassPort bros. And she gave me like the funniest hitbacks. Oh my gosh, I need to go through the messages and show you guys. Bethany, for some reason, felt the need to ask, so we're supposed to listen to you instead of her. For background, I come to give my opinion with receipts, but for some reason black women are bitter liars and so we can't be believed. Especially.
So just real quick, we're gonna let her keep going. But what she's saying is basically her friend is in so many words commenting on her behalf, trying to form something of a uniform type of response from a whole bunch of other women against one PassPort bro. This is the same thing we see all the time. It all literally takes is one comment from a PassPort bro going the other direction, and you got a swarm of bitter, angry women all spewing negativity, shame and language, the stuff that we're used to hearing all the time. It ain't no different. But she's just simply saying that her friend, of course, which she shouted out, and she thinks it's funny. To me, in my mind, I'm like, it's a coordinated effect. I couldn't see why you would laugh as hard when you know she's going to just support you, but whatever. We'll let it go.
Especially not over the desired Filipina that is making the video. I'm really looking at for the PassPort bro. So my friend Kai, who is literally Filipina herself, the target desired, says, you're supposed to use your common sense and discernment, period. To kill me. She's like, use your brain. And he was nowhere to be seen after that, so 8. And see my girl, like, she goes to war for her friends, so there's another comment, and he was like, y'all act right, and BM, as in black men, will stay with black women. And she was like, don't be ridiculous. We're going.
And you can see she's about to jump to another example, but watch how fast they skip over that because they know. I mean, literally, like she said, we went behind and talked about it in another group chat. They know that they cannot act right. The way that they are now is the way that they're going to be. They have dug their feet in the ground and are stubborn, and they're not going to change. And to be honest, why even at this point, why even try to convince them to do so? We've got options out the yin yang. We ain't got to beg them to do nothing but be who they are. If this is how you want to be, and obviously, you know, this guy, NC, you know, he was trying to doing him something like an olive branch. In my opinion, I wouldn't offer him nothing. I already see what they're doing. They laugh at attempts to try to do right. They know they can't, or if they do, it won't be for as long. Their real selves will be revealed. I just say, why even waste the time and energy, man? You might as well use it where it's appreciated.
Back in the group chat, kikiing with each other. It was so funny. But continuing with example B, there were so many women in multiple videos who don't know me and honestly have so much love and appreciation for them. And if ever there was a time where I believe that allyship is real and that POC unity is real, it'd be because of these women. One of them being Contessa Tessa. She, when I say her name, is ingrained in my brain just because of how hard she was writing in those comments. Like every single day when these PassPort boys were coming in, she was there. Come back. She's a real one. So there was one man who was just like going to the death for this Filipina woman. I'm not going to name her name because I don't want to give her any more attention. I'm sick and tired of talking to her. Like I've said so many times, I'm tired of this video being brought up. And Contessa Tessa being very aware of her privilege and the fact that like certain black men will not listen to facts from my mouth, but will definitely be more receptive to the same facts if they came from hers. It was like, she married a white man. You guys are dying for them.
See, and it's, I mean, the more I watch it, her mannerisms, and I don't know if this is her just normally or she's just doing it because it's TikTok, but it's so incredibly unattractive. I mean, and that's not from a visual standpoint. Yeah, the visual standpoint, it's a definite no. But just from the way she's over laughing, the over animated gestures, the coordinated effects at things that aren't even comical. I mean, I'm a little blown at that, but she honestly thinks this is funny. Now, I've seen it, and I'm sure others have seen the same thing as well. Like she just said, if there ever was a time where women backed each other up more than now, it wouldn't have been until this particular point. And I believe that's true. With social media, the way that one comment can piss off thousands of women and they all choose to add in their 2 cents. Yeah. It's no shock whatsoever that many women are all seeing it. They're seeing the migration. They can't stop it, and they're pissed. They're going to make these kind of comments, and it is going to be in mass. No surprise to me whatsoever, but to her, it's the funniest thing in the world.
You're not dying for someone who don't want you.
And on top of that, you're talking about one person. I mean, okay, this could be one Filipino lady who, I guess for whatever. And the thing was, if you go back and watch the original video, the girl was actually saying how black women jumped in her DMs angry at her for encouraging black men to actually come overseas. And this girl that we're looking at here is saying in so many words that the chick doesn't know what she's talking about. And she's got one example of her Filipino friend that swears up and down that they don't want black men to the extent that this original TikTok video was telling us. So, you know what I'm saying? It's so anecdotal. You got one person versus another person, 2 completely different viewpoints. But who does she side with? Her friend. How unpredictable was that?
Like, oh, like he really thought she was. Guys, the comments, honestly, this comment section is so funny. There was another comment as well where this man was basically talking about how, yeah, like, this is why black men won't want black women to desert. And she was like, as an Australian Filipino, because she's Filipino, we politely decline and pass you to we politely
You see this? She's dying in laughter over something her friend said. I mean, if anything, it's more humorous watching you over laugh at something that's not even, it's not to that extent. So, I don't know.
Kind of party to New Zealand. I know he was burning. I know Will was burning after this because he was really going ham. But yeah, these are some of my favourite comments. There's plenty more. But yeah, shout out to the HATERs that were really riding for me. All the other women in other videos as well, you guys.
Right. You had to shout out all the other women because that's the only way you felt justified. We're all familiar with that phrase, single women keep women single. And obviously, this could not have been a clearer way to depict that. So, is what it is. Let's look at this next one real quickly. Let's go.
These upset people in their feelings over these passport bros. I mean, they have completely vilified the movement. You know, they say that these men are exploiting women, they're losers, and they are predators. They're going overseas to be predators. But what I don't understand is you guys are addressing these men and calling them those names, and you're very vocal about it. But you guys aren't addressing the predators in your household. The predators that's laying in your bed right now, eating up the last bit of your kid's cereal, that's about to prey on your children. And the reason why you're not addressing them is because they're paying your bills. That's why. Focus on the plank in your eye and the split in theirs. That simple. Have a good day.
I love this message, and I honestly wish it was the more popular theme when it comes to this topic. And she brought up a very good point. Most of these women don't even look at the fact that, you know, and I'm not saying the guys that all of them are with, because it's not a zero-sum thing. There are some cases where this doesn't apply, and there's, you know, majority. So speaking to the majority, it would make sense to me that a lot of the women who complain about passport bros, they don't check their backyard. Just like she said, these dudes these women that lay up with these dudes, a lot of times they don't care what they've been through, you know, who are they, if they serve time, you know, do they got charges, all these other things, warrants, you name it. Can they even get a job? They ain't worried about none of that. Just the fact that they 9 times out of 10 can at least pay half, if not the rent, you know, take care of a few things here and there. Most of these women have low standards anyway, and that's why they're a-okay accepting a dude like that who may be planning or plotting on their children or daughters, sons. I mean, all kind of weird stuff can happen when you don't deal with a guy who's from usually a good upbringing and a stand-up gentleman. So, but as she was just saying, these women choose to take that same energy, which should be directed at those same men they lay up with, and pass it along to guys who don't even consider them an option. I mean, it's amazing how many women who have literally no way to even show up on a passport guy's radar have the most to say. I mean, it's truly mind-blowing, but I feel that we're going to continue to see this. It's one of those scenarios where the squeaky wheel almost gets the oil, but this is a scenario where we just look at that squeaky wheel and we just laugh. You're going to be squeaking until ain't no more squeaking left. Honestly and truly, you made your bed. Now it's time to lie in it. All right, guys, I appreciate your time. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you like what you see. I want to continue to get this message out to more men. Until the next, peace.